1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. We know that because we're taught that in mathematics, because that's logical. But what if it comes to humans? Does the logical mathematic equation translates into human relationship? Hi, my name is Zhenya Semyonov, and over the last 30 years, I was involved in building very highly successful teams all over the world, and I'm fascinated with the way us humans connect with each other. So I wanted to share with you the 3 key elements that I found to be one of the most critical in building the most successful team there is, whether it takes 2, 22, or 2,000. Did you know that geese, by flying in a V formation, can fly up to 70% further? 70%. That's insane. Now, on the other hand, Clydesdale horses, those beautiful horses that we've come to know from the Budweiser commercials during the Super Bowl, gorgeous, strong. Every single horse can pull up to 8,000 pounds on its own, but combined with the other and yoked together, they can pull an astonishing 24,000 pounds. That is 50% increase in your ROI, basically. So that begs the question, how is it possible? I grew up in the Soviet Union, and I grew up in the math and science environment. Both my dad is an engineer, and the school I went to was very heavy on mathematics and logic, but I lived by the railroad. See, and every time on my way back home, I would watch those workers build a railroad track, and it made me think, and it made me wonder, why is it that the same workers, using the same amount of time every day and the same amount of materials, were never accomplishing the same amount of work? What's not working? I mean, 2 plus 2 is 4, right? So it should work. So what I've discovered is that there is this tiny but very critical variable in the formula when it comes to people. See, mathematics is logical. Humans are emotional. So how is it that sometimes we're able to accomplish more by working with people that we work with? Well, here are the 3 elements that I think are absolutely critical. Number 1, it's awareness. It's our ability to study the people around us and understand why they are the way they are, or at least get to know them. If somebody likes certain things or dislikes certain things, we can avoid the conflict, and we can boost what we work together. We can encourage people the way they want to be encouraged. On the other hand, people can really annoy you less because you simply understand why the way they are, why they annoy you. That's what my wife says sometimes. Number 2 is intentionality. If I'm intentional in my environment, my relationship with each individual person on my team or in my family, it sets the tone for the relationship. It's like that yoke between the 2 horses. And finally, number 3, probably the hardest piece of the puzzle, is humility. That's what makes us human. It's our ability to not necessarily think of yourself less, but just to think less about yourself and more about others. As an example, being the former coach and an athlete, I turned to the world of motorsports. And a lot of times in that environment, the race is not won on the track, but rather in the pit stop, where the driver pulls in and his team has to change the tires and sometimes do some quick service and even repairs. In 2016, a Formula One driver, Felipe Massa, was involved in a very tight race. And the way his pit crew executed that pit stop, allowed him to win the race. Have you ever changed the tire? How long does it take you? Now consider this. That particular team accomplished it in 1.920 seconds. Less than 2 seconds to change 4 tires. Why does it matter, you say? At the speeds reaching over 200 miles an hour, every second the Formula One car covers over a football field length of track. How does it translate in your relationship or in your business? Are you involved in the race, so to speak? Because when everyone works together, teamwork happens. When everyone is being aware and intentional and humble, the magic happens. And that's where together everyone achieves more. Thank you.